Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. I want to show you a indicator in the Bitcoin price. It's a powerful one that can guide you on your journey. If it's sounding interesting, drop that like. Give me a subscribe. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to dive straight in. This is the Bitcoin's, it's the Vortex indicator, and I'm using it on the Bitcoin index price chart. And I'm using it on the weekly time frame. Seriously pay attention to this one, because I'm seeing something that seems to be happening a lot in the past, which could also happen in the future. And this is not financial advice. What are we looking at? So we've got two lines on this Vortex indicator. We've got a red line that comes up and down like this, and then we've got a blue line that comes up and down. What's the most significant part to this indicator? It's when they cross. We're looking for the cross of these indicators. And I'm just going to draw a quick vertical line just before this red line goes and crosses with this blue line, so you can understand what I'm looking at. Every time this red line comes up and starts to cross with this blue line, we see the red line and blue line cross and it comes up. Look what happens with the price. Price comes tumbling down. And the same can work the other way around. See, if you look here, when this blue line starts to come up and it crosses with the red line, look what happens with the price as it crosses. Price goes up, right? And then same again. So like if I mark another line here, right? Just before this red line comes up and crosses with this blue line, look what happens. Red line crosses with the blue line, goes up. You can see price is coming down. Look, comes down, it hits it for another wave. It didn't really cross, but look, the higher the red wave goes, the more sell pressure we see. So I'm looking at this with a firm eye to try and understand what could potentially come in the future. Let's just take a look back at some other instances. This is another fine example. So right here, look, we've got blue line under here, just as when we was in our bottom of our bear market, right? We've got the blue line down here, and look what happened when the blue line went up and crossed with this red line. Blue was bullish. As long as the blue comes up on top, you're going to see a nice bull trend. You can see it here, look, blue line goes up, so does the price of Bitcoin. But same for when things are going stale and horrible. Just before they cross, we see this red line come up, and then we see a little sell-off down here that you can see it, right? Let's move back a bit more to see if we can find any other instances. This is a good example here. So we had a massive rally at the top of 2017 cycle, and look what happens just here, right? So we'll mark a little line here. As this red line starts to come up, look what's happening to the price of Bitcoin. The price is selling off. So now we know, like just from looking at this, every time this red line's going to come up and cross with the blue line, we're likely to see a sell-off. Whereas if the blue line comes above, it's possible that we could see a massive rally, right? And this is what we're looking for. And we're looking for this blue line to come up and rally. Because if it's the other way around and it's the red that's about to cross and the red's about to come up, then it's likely we're going to see a sell-off, just like we're seeing in these instances right here, right? So where are we today? That's what you want to know. Where are we today? And I'm just going to keep this clean and simple. Take a look at where we are today. Right now, we've got this red that's coming up and it's just crossed with the blue. So what is likely to happen? Are we likely to see something that happened in the past? Let me just see if I can grab up a little brush thing and just see if I can draw a little something. It might not be 100% accurate, but you know, we're coming up like this. Is it likely we're going to see something like this for the red line? And then obviously at some point in the future, it will come down like this. Because if that's the case, then just be prepared. Be prepared for what could come, guys. Like seriously, be prepared. Let me see if I can make this like a thicker line like this, because I'm just trying to give you an insight as to what could potentially come. And every time we see this red line go up like this, we always see a sell-off in the price. And this is another fine example right here. Look, just before, look, so this right here, oh, we already saw this one. So the red line crossed with the blue here, came up, we saw a sell-off, came down again, then this red line went shooting straight back up again, which we then saw this massive I was gonna swear I can't swear. That was a 59% crash in Bitcoin. It was huge. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just trying to give you an insight as to what could happen based on this Vortex indicator. I'm going to watch it with a firm eye. And if you want to see what's going to happen, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to give you clean analysis that you can take with you on your journey. Your 6-year-old kid should be able to look at this and go, rah, I understand this. So, you know, trying to make it super clean, super simple for people to understand. what's the worst case scenario? If this does happen and we see a sell-off, see it as the buying opportunity of a lifetime. Did you miss buying crypto down here? Because if you did, you may have an insane opportunity to buy crypto again. But that's just one end of thinking of it, right? Because we might have to it sounds crazy. We might have to look at this from a different perspective, because if this is to come down, then maybe we may be in a longer bear cycle than we thought. Meaning, let me take off all these lines. Is it possible if something like that happens and we break this, key support? Because right now it's sitting on like a key support level right here. Look, just like draw a quick line, all right, somewhere around here so you can see. Just roughly here. Bitcoin's sitting on this key support line somewhere around here, where we held it as resistance here in the past. And just zoom in so you can see. Came up, rejected, fell back down. Came up, got rejected, fell back down. And then we broke above. And look, we held support above it. And then we bounced off it. And now look, we're holding resistance. So technically, if we hold this and go back up, great. If we break this, then I might have to start thinking that we are maybe in a longer bear cycle. Maybe one of the longest bear cycles we've ever seen in crypto history. Like, seriously. And if that's the case, it may fall lower than 15k if we had to break this and come down. Like, I just got to keep it real. I'm trying to give you honest analysis, honest analytics or analysis here. This for me will probably be another support right down here, which is 12k. And then after 12k, because I don't think it's going to stop there. I don't think it's going to stop. If it falls down and breaks this, we're not stopping at 12k. I'm sorry, we just got to keep it real. We're coming lower. We're going to probably come right down here to 6k, maybe even lower, between 6 and 4k, 5k, something like that. This is what I'm thinking. So yeah, it's really important, obviously, that we hold this support, because if we do sell off, I'm expecting maybe Bitcoin to come right down to this white line down here in the future, and this means we could be in one of the longest bear markets we have ever seen. And the only thing I can imagine that would cause this is if there's some serious drama going on in the real world, meaning like something really bad has happened to the dollar, or I don't know, something really bad is happening in the world that's going to cause this massive sell-off in everything, not just in Bitcoin, maybe in stocks, in everything. But this is the worst case scenario, right? So I'm keeping my eye on this vortex indicator to see what happens here. It can easily flip and go back around, because we saw instances where that's happened before, where it's flipped and gone back around. Let's see if we can find an instance. Well, this whole C19 event was a good example, wasn't it? So we saw the red line come up here. I'll just show you real quick so you can see, make it really clear for you. So we saw an instance. Where's my little eclipse? We saw a little instance here, right? Let me just go like this and make this like a yellow so you can see. Where the price, we can see, well, the pink line came up and then it went back down again. Well, let me move it across a bit more here. I want to change the inner side, because the inner circle is like a horrible yellowy. I want to make that like a nice, light, happy, positive. Blue, there we go. So if you look closely here, right, we saw red come up and then it flipped and went back down, and then we saw this whole blue line start to go up like this. So we can see an instance of it flipping immediately, but we're gonna have to see some positive bullish action for this to happen. And then then what I'd expect is this pinky reddish line to come back down, and then obviously this blue line to just go up. So we'll see what happens, guys. I'm gonna leave it here. If this was helpful, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Was this helpful to you? If you want to watch this indicator as well, just search vortex indicator. It's a powerful indicator because it does give you another insight as to where things could go with the market, and I'm just hoping that this red line, if it does come up, it's not going to be fierce because it could be an insane fierce sell-off, and if it does go as low as 12k, don't expect it to stop there, because some people think it might stop there. It's not going to stop there. We're coming down. We're going to come down maybe even lower to about 6k, and that's insane to think that we may see another 6k Bitcoin again. But that's only based on crazy events happening. So yeah, become a patron. Link is in the info section. I don't even think I've got it up. See if I've got it up. I don't think I've got it up. I usually have my thing up. Let me grab it up. I recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier. It unlocks all my posts. Again, I'm just trying to help you on your journey, give you an insight to the market. My exclusive VIP partner tier, let me see if I can find it. This one here, right? This is what the most popular tier, what most people go for. Link is in the info section, click it. If you can't afford it, I've got a CEO tier, which gives you, super alerts, gives you access to my super alerts. Well, it's my VIP Telegram group. Over there, I talk to them way before I buy, way before I sell. We're discussing a lot of things. There's big money in my VIP Telegram group that knows how to make money, sharing projects all the time, giving you the opportunity to get in early. We've just recently bought some hot coins. You do not want to miss out on these coins. Another hot gaming hub that could potentially blow up and be as big as Gala. So, you know, if you're into that stuff, come check it out. But yeah, this is powerful stuff. And also, real quick, on Patreons, they've now done this thing where I can show you collections. Makes it very easy for Patreons to be able to find things. So you've got my stealth buys in this section, you've got my Glassnode in that section, my crypto spreadsheets, and you know, if you want to see the buy alerts and sell alerts easier, you can just click on the collection that shows you everything you need to see, right? Trying to make it easy. Guys, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.